Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene and this is Benji, and we have an awesome yoga for risk takers today. So hop into something comfy and let's get started. All right, my friends, hi. Let's begin standing today. Bring your feet together, really together. And go ahead and take your gaze and look right down at your feet. And we're gonna start with just a little grounding, a little 4-part equal standing. So you're gonna bring your feet together. Hopefully you're there right now. And then we're gonna lift all the toes and we're gonna actively ground down through the ball joint of the big toe and then ground down through the ball joint of the pinky toe and then release the toes down. It might feel a little weird if you're new to this. And just feel this connection through all 4 corners of the feet. Now for today's practice, don't really worry about getting this super right or wrong. Like just bring your awareness to your feet and you're good. And then we're just gonna keep drawing awareness up from the feet, pressing down as if we were doing like a footprint in the mud. And we're gonna just slowly draw energy up through the arches, through the legs, up through the front of your hip creases, and then as you bring your fingertips to rest gently at your side, bring a lot of awareness into the hands. So they can be however you want, just lots of awareness in the hands. And then continue the journey up through the spine. Remember the neck is an extension of the spine. And then finally, nice and tall up through the crown of the head. So we're already in our first yoga pose, standing tall, alert with awareness in mountain. Excellent. So from mountain, I'll invite you to gently deepen your breath and take whatever breaths you need today. So it's going to be different for everyone. So rather than guiding pranayama here in the beginning, I'd like you to just check in, notice how you're breathing normally, and then breathe in a way that feels good. Maybe it's smooth and steady. Maybe you need some great big cleansing breaths. So depending on where you are today, both in mind and body, start to breathe with more consciousness. Awesome. And then soften your gaze down past your nose. And as you continue to breathe, squeeze the legs together, draw energy up from the pelvic floor, engaging this root chakra, this kind of base of the pelvis and the energetic body and the kind of nerves, the area that really guides us to a place of security. This root chakra, this place of like, I am home. And we're gonna kind of stimulate and work with this area today, particularly in our standing poses, to bring courage and balance to both mind and body so that we can have everything we need to take risks, trust, go for the gold. It's hard to go for the gold if you're feeling out of whack, if you're feeling a little bit ungrounded, lost. So let's see what happens. Synchronizing breath with movement, movement with breath. You're gonna slowly send the fingertips out left to right. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then continue the journey all the way up as you take a deep breath in. And then when you land there, exhale out. Good, inhale in. Exhale, arms go back out, halfway, Texas T. Inhale in again here. And exhale, hands slide gently to your sides. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty it all out here. Squeeze the legs together, ground through the feet. Inhale, reach for the sky. Fingertips maybe kiss up and overhead, and then exhale, relax the shoulders down here. Good, inhale, stretch and lift up from the side body. Exhale. Good, inhale, halfway. Pause here, empty it out. Inhale, float the fingertips down. Exhale, mountain pose. Ooh, feeling it in my fingers already. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Inhale to reach for the sky. Root to rise here, big breath, big stretch. Exhale to relax the shoulders down. Inhale in here, stay. Exhale out. Good, inhale halfway, float the fingertips down, Texas T. Beautiful, exhale, stay. Maybe pull the pinkies back. Good, inhale, drop it down. Exhale, mountain pose. Great, let that go. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm, nice and easy. And then I'll invite you once again to just bring your awareness to the base of the spine, the root, and see if you can lift up a little bit from the pelvic floor. We call this Mula Bandha, just kind of engaging those muscles. It's like a hammock there. And we have a good video on that if you want to learn a little more about that. But for now, just do your best. Just bringing your awareness to it is perfect. Okay, from here, without losing that connection to the pelvic floor in your center, you're gonna walk the feet a little bit wider than hip width. We're gonna create a soft bend in the knees, and we're gonna create a little movement that I like to call knocking on heaven's door. So you're gonna start to gently keep soft bend in the knees, rock left to right. And I'd like for you to sync up with your breath in a way that feels really good for you today. So just listen to the sound of your breath, and then try to bring a little bit of awareness to this lift in the chest. Shoulder blades kind of melting down the back body. And you can start to slap your own booty a little bit here, why not? Benji's gonna stretch it out. And if you're looking for a little energetic boost today with your risk-taking, pick up the pace a little bit. Keep the neck nice and long, and let your gaze move with your nose, and let your heart move with your nose. Sorry, I got sidetracked because I got in the zone. So try to keep basically your head and heart moving as one here, back and forth. Notice where you might be holding, clenching in the toes, even tightness around the shoulders, the elbows. Or maybe you feel like kind of a fool and you're like, what is this chick having me do here? So see if you can get a little free here. And it's not easy, trust me. But if you've been practicing with me and with this community for a while, chances are you're here now, having fun. But you know, it's tricky how we can get in our own way and we don't even realize it. We think that we have all these obstacles, and then come to find out it was you. You were keeping yourself from making that leap. So, of course, it's not a one-size-fits-all, but just a little food for thought as we continue for 3, 2, and on the 1, start to slow it down. Don't come to an abrupt stop. See if you can slow it down nice and steady. Easy does it. Excellent. Walk the feet back together. Reset Tadasana. Inhale in. And just notice how you feel as you breathe out. Ooh, yes. Okay, shifting the weight over towards the left foot. We're gonna interlace the fingertips. You're gonna keep them open though, so you're gonna shift your weight to your left foot and slowly lift your right knee, and you're gonna catch your right shin and squeeze and lift. Rotate the right ankle one way and then the other, and keep your chest proud and lifted. Keep all the beautiful awareness that we already built in the feet right there in that left foot, so we're not rolling in or rolling out. We're keeping awareness spread through all 4 corners. And then you can stay here, or if you need a little help with balance today, just find a piece of furniture or a piece of architecture in which you can lean on just a bit. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. Okay, tree pose, Vrksasana. So find something to lean on if you like. Otherwise, maybe stay in the center of the room working on that Mula Bandha. And we'll take the right foot to the ankle or above the knee for our tree. And everyone, even if you're at a piece of architecture, squeeze and lift in towards the center line. Find that connection from your root. And then that's going to be what actually helps you hold your balance here in time. And then yogi's choice, you can take hands at the heart, you can take the fingertips all the way up. If you want to take a mudra today, you can do that. Maybe open up through the chest by interlacing the fingertips behind the back. So I'm giving lots of options. One, because lots of different people doing the practice, but mostly because I want you to also make decisions for yourself and get the brain and the body connected today. If your foot's above the knee, really try to press into the outer edge of your right foot to open up through that hip a little more. Go a little deeper into your posture. Great, take one more cycle of breath here. Really listen to the sound of your breath. And then we're gonna come out of it just the way we went in. So you'll slowly bring that right knee back, squeeze and lift with the hands all the way up, come out of your standing leg, and then exhale with control, lower that right foot down, and we'll switch to the other side, nice and easy. Keep up with a nice, beautiful breath here. When you're ready, nice conscious footing, we'll squeeze the left knee up in towards the heart. Keep the chest lifted, proud, aware. Rotate the ankle. And you know, right now we're having to do this sort of thing, this kind of, it's more than just balancing in the posture. It's about balancing your attention and where you're focusing your attention. So a good thing is to usually start at the base, start at the foot and work your way up. And obviously that's a great metaphor for off the mat, I think. Okay. If it's in your body today, let's go to tree pose, or maybe you work to create your own version of tree pose today. Maybe toes even staying on the ground as you open up through the left hip, spread awareness through the right foot. Again, feel free to use architecture here. Let the heart lift in whatever shape you choose here, Vrksasana. And you're gonna wanna really pull everything into the midline here. So finding that root chakra connection, squeezing that right inner thigh in to meet the left. Finding your balance, your focus, and letting the breath really fuel your search for that focus and that balance. Make it your own here. If you need a challenge on this side, maybe take your gaze all the way up. There's nothing like a balancing posture to really reveal just where you are today. So be honest about wherever you are and don't get frustrated if you're falling continuously. It's all good. That's where you are. Great to know it. Great to know where you are today. Take one more cycle of breath on your own here. Really listen to the wisdom of the heart, your breath. And then best you can with control, you're gonna squeeze everything into the midline. This is really coming from that root chakra. And we're gonna slowly come back to squeezing the left knee up and in, and then with control, like magic, totally, slowly, beautifully lower it down. All right, come into mountain. Try not to fidget here. You don't need all that extra movement. I don't think you do anyway, in my opinion. So if you do need it, take it. Come back to mountain, find stillness. Really, really still here. Good, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Awesome work, rock and roll. Now we're gonna step the feet super wide. If you're feeling brave, and I already know you're beautiful, but if you're feeling brave, see if you can step the feet out wide without looking down. So we don't always need to do this. Maybe you do, like maybe you have a dog or a child or something around you, toys, then go ahead and look down. But see if you can step your feet out wide without looking down. And then we're gonna bring the feet parallel here. I just looked down, but it's okay. It's just about this idea of kind of playing with your brain too on the mat, not just the gross body, but this subtle body connection as well. So get the feet parallel, and we're gonna turn the left toes in, and from that parallel point, you're just gonna dial your right heel in. So left toes are in, right toes are out. And then when you're ready, inhale, send the fingertips out, Texas T again. Pull the pinkies back to just enhance this lift of your heart. And then breathe in, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, bump the hips back towards your left foot. And we're gonna reach the right fingertips forward, 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 until we finally begin to allow a tilt with awareness coming into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Breathing deep here, holding onto my core, lighting up that third chakra area here, lengthening through the crown. Keep the neck, the muscles of the neck nice and soft, throat chakra. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale from the left wrist. Imagine a little angel pulling you up, being like, I got your back. Take those risks, have fun. Life is good. We'll come back. We'll turn we'll take the right heel, bring it out, back to parallel. Big power pose here. Inhale, pull the pinkies back. Exhale, here we go. Turn the left heel in. Turn the right toes in. So the placement of the feet are really important because it helps decide how everything else is gonna go. So if you're working on a project or if you're trying to dream up something new, just start with the foundation. What does the foundation need to look like for me to build whatever it is I'm thinking of or I'm dreaming of? And same thing here in the asana. If my feet are out of whack, then my hips are not gonna be able to do the functional thing that they need to do to help me maintain this pose. Reaching forward, if you're not already, take your time. Trikonasana triangle. We keep a nice, long, beautiful line from crown to tail here. We work in time to spiral the heart up towards the sky. Strong legs, strong breath. Take one more beautiful inhale. Find expansion. It takes bravery to expand. And then exhale, slow and steady, back up. Nice Texas T with the arms. We'll turn both feet back to parallel. Here we go, pull the pinkies back, big chest opener here, big heart opener. And then exhale to release, bring the hands to the heart. Great, you can hop the feet together here, or you can heel toe, feet together. Back to your mountain. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Beautiful, inhale to reach for the sky, big stretch up and overhead. Exhale to forward fold, bend your knees generously. This should feel really good after all of those standing postures. Let your head hang, let your heart soften. Oh, sweet puppy dog. I think you should go ahead and take a peek at the video right now, even though you're in your forward fold, just to get some love from Benji, little dog therapy. We got your back. We're all for you. All for yoga. All right. And again, if you are working with straight legs in this forward fold today, that's fine, but I'm gonna invite you just one last time to bend your knees just to get a nice stretch and little restorative opening in the low back after the poses we just did. You can clasp the elbows if it feels good. Find any soft, easy movement that really just hits the spot. So we're putting you in the driver's seat, basically. Careful you're not gripping through your toes here. Take one more cycle of breath here, in and out. And then we'll slowly release the hands to the earth. And you're gonna really slow, you're gonna turn the toes out, bend the knees, bring the heels in, and we're gonna come into a little froggy pose. You there? All right, sorry buddy. So from here, you can stay here just opening up through the hips, just getting some of the juices flowing there, nice and easy. Another option would be to maybe bring the hands together into a little balancing posture here. Woo! Or we're gonna go into a Bakasana. So before we do Bakasana, I want to encourage you to really hug the low ribs in, lift up from the pelvic floor, find that connection. And with the knees nice and wide, we're gonna, before we go to Bakasana, we're gonna interlace the fingertips and we're gonna press the palms out. Breathing deep, feeling that stretch through the forearms. So in this shape, the upper arm bones are rotating in. There's an internal rotation. for our crow, we're gonna take it to the opposite. So external rotation. So just take note here as you stretch, internal rotation. And then let's release that. And again, if Bakasana is not for you today, you can rock out in Froggy. If you're doing this with your kids, you can give them some hops. You can give your Froggy a couple hops in the air, maybe hop around the room. And if you're down to clown and you want to do Bakasana, well, again, let's find that external rotation. So we're gonna take the palms forward. And so the opposite of where we were in that stretch, we're gonna rotate out as if you're opening a pickle jar with your left hand to the left and with your right hand to the right. Then slowly we'll drag that closer to the center. We're gonna inhale, look forward. Exhale, lift your knees up close to your armpit, chest, and nice and steady, you wanna keep your gaze out looking ahead, right? If we're gonna take risk, we can't look behind us because we're just gonna somersault and fall. We gotta keep eye on the prize, eyes out in front, and then keep your breath and your connection to your center really underneath you, really present in the now. It's like tons of metaphors there, but you're like, okay, I'm ready to do my crow now. Or maybe you're hopping around the room like a Froggy. Life is good. Okay, here we go. Moving nice and slow, keeping the gaze forward though, can't stress that enough. Connecting with your center, maybe you lift one toe up, maybe you start to lift both toes up, finding that squeeze and lift. Breathing deep, maybe you use a little block or a couple of books to bring the earth up to you as a little perch. And you can go into this and come out. If you need to massage the wrists, you can. This is where we're ending today, so have a little fun either in Froggy, in balance. And if you're a little bit frustrated, like, well, I don't know what to do here, this is kind of the point. You get to decide. You can find a boat pose. Maybe you want to do some half push-ups. Maybe it's straight to the meditation seat where we're gonna end. But give it a couple moments here to play. And if you get frustrated, just notice. And then just make a decision like, okay, Adrienne, I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna do one thing, or I'm gonna try to do one thing. And I'm gonna give it my best shot. And I'm gonna breathe, and I'm gonna know that just by trying, I'm doing great. And it's this playtime that becomes really valuable, not the like doing or the end goal. It becomes like, start to realize like, oh my gosh, the process is actually where I became awesome and I learned about myself. And okay, so from here, we're gonna come to a nice comfortable seat. If you're still playing or if you're hopping around the room, take your time, but we're gonna come to end in a nice seat. And if you find along the way that you need to windshield wiper the legs or do anything like that, listen to that yearning. Listen to that longing. Okay. Sit up nice and tall. We're gonna close this out with a little group pranayama. And I know it's silly for me to say group, but I'm just taking a risk. And I'm embracing the fact that there's so much beauty in this idea that we're all together each time we practice here, even though we're alone at home, or maybe you're feeling a little lonely or like you don't have the support you need. So this is a great chance, if I may, just for you to connect to the big picture. And as I invite you to draw the hands together at your heart, see if you can sit up a little taller, start to breathe a little deeper here. Nice active breath in the last moments here. And close your eyes and just imagine thousands and thousands of people doing this in this exact moment with you, reflecting the same shape or a similar shape as you. And remember, you're not alone. We are all in this together. And it takes real bravery these days and even risk to be ourselves. Perhaps to stand up for what we feel is good and right, what we believe in. But I think even more so, it just takes so much risk to even be honest and be ourselves. So we're gonna end with 3 group breaths and just, again, see if whatever it means to you, and it could be nothing, just feel with your eyes closed, feel that connection, or be open to feeling that connection as we breathe. to people all over the world practicing with you. Be open to that connection. Okay, I'll count us off. Thank you for letting me lead today, and thanks for sharing your time and energy with the community. Here we go. Big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Don't be shy. I was a little shy on that one. Second out of 3. Here we go. Big inhale. Sigh it out. Find a little sound. Don't be shy. And last one. Freak out your dog or the people in your house or your neighbors. Here we go. Big inhale. Take a risk. Sigh it out. Long and strong. Then when you're ready, gently bow the head. Give thanks for this moment, for your practice. A little certainly goes a long way. Way to show up. Stay present. Be kind to yourself. Do the same with others. Love you guys. Take good care. Namaste.